Your shushing's kind of loud. You better be quiet.
Oh, sorry. This is quiet shushing.
Shut up.
Our loyal TNAers are down for a nap or slumber for the evening.
I'm sorry. I didn't know everyone was sleeping.
Of course you knew they were sleeping. They've programmed the podcast into their iTunes,
right,
their players, their menus.
My bad. I shouldn't have rang the doorbell. Sorry.
Ding dong. Are you doing okay? Silent podcast this time. It's been a rough, hot summer. Is it too early to get into the dog days of summer?
No. Yeah, I mean, yes.
Get your naps in, everybody.
We just started summer. But you
Oh,
could
yeah.
be,
We're already on dog
sun-soaked and really worn out. You need a nap.
Gotta take a nap.
Just keep sleeping.
If you snore, let it snore. Turn up the TNA Talk for an Hour podcast.
I like to snore on the inhale and then kind of, let out some gas on the other end on the exhale.
Great, that's 2 for 2. Starting to show off with some talk about gas.
Gas and farts.
Gas
Actually, it was 3 for 3. I included a clip. If you want to really look, you can
gas
go
and
back.
farts and naps. What?
Yeah, I got you burping on the other YouTube.
Oh.
If they want to check it out, they can watch it.
Oh, yeah, the pre-show.
Yeah.
But then you threw up on the mic.
Yeah, I kind of cut that off because I do the editing. I didn't mean to.
Well, hey, welcome in, and hopefully
Good morning.
you've hit your REM sleep and you're dreaming about the Ted and Adam Talk for an Hour podcast.
Wait a minute.
Here we are.
Is that what REM's named after? REM sleep?
I'm not here to tell you, nah,
Is that true?
and I can, and I will, and I can.
Is that
March
really?
into the REM, right eye movement, right?
Rapid eye movement.
Rapid eye, right eye. Well-
REM. The
Maybe you'd be left eye Lopez from TLC. She lost an eye. Does she have
what
only
does that have
left
to do
eye?
with anything?
Does she have left eye movement
Somehow it always comes back to left eye.
and
from
waterfalls?
TLC.
She did burn down Andre Rison's house.
And I think that's why you do it. You're upset about that. It rubbed you the wrong way.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Don't just put out the fire. I said at Andre Rison's house.
I know you're gonna light it.
I know you're
Baby.
gonna hold me liable for setting your
Arson.
house on fire. But you think it's burning too fast. Okay.
Rest in peace.
Both of them.
No. Andre Rison?
Andre Rison's still with us.
How come he was like
Pew,
this-
pew,
Yeah, yeah.
Spider-Man, remember?
Did they call him Spider-Man? What was his nickname really? though?
Spider-Man.
They called him Spider-Man.
He got up and after catches and did the webs.
Yes.
Pew, pew, pew.
I remember
Pew, pew,
him
pew,
doing
pew,
the
pew.
celebration, and he'd go to the goalpost, and he would,
It's funny that we had a receiver also named Sammy Parker. It would have been funny if it was Peter Parker. Peter Parker and Sam Parker and Andre Rison. And they all
love Spider-Man.
worked for the Daily I never got into Spider-Man. I was more of a
obvious.
Batman guy.
You were?
Of course, Michael Keaton.
Michael
Woo,
Keaton.
woo. That's my Batman. I don't do with this like Edward from that's the latest Batman, right?
Edward. Oh,
You
did
know.
you watch that one?
Is that out?
Yeah.
What's with all these movies that come out that everybody gets excited for, but then like that new Ghostbuster movie with Paul Rudd and the State Puft Marshmallow Men, the little guys?
Let me comment on
That
just
came
one of the
and
50 things
went.
you've brought up, and I'll tell you. I'll be happy to tell you.
Someday we'll get this podcast down.
Let's go back in reverse order. Andre Rison was Spider-Man.
Thank
yes,
you.
but there wasn't a real clever nickname. He just did that for his celly.
His
And he
hands
had,
were
like,
sticky.
The like his sleeves that he wore looked like Spider-Man.
Yeah, like Daryl Talley's.
Sammy Parker, that doesn't relate at all. I'm sorry. It's too many.
No. Peter
steps.
Parker was
I understand.
Spider-Man.
I heard everything you
and
said.
like if Sammy Parker played with
Everybody who's listening right now does not even know who Sammy Parker
Everybody
is.
who's listening right now is sleeping.
Shut up.
All right, shut up.
Go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep.
Fucking. Oh, I shouldn't be so aggressive when people are trying to sleep.
You're doing okay.
Go to sleep.
Just continue playing it.
I can accomplish my goals.
And if you were in a deep slumber for the summer, just start with episode 1 and just play them continuously. Are you back on that AI stuff?
REM is not named after REM sleep.
What is it named after? A Georgia man?
It doesn't tell me.
Michael Stipe.
Hang on. AI has to make up something for me to read to everybody like it's the truth. Calculating.
This is the truth. This is the truth. The Ted and Adam Talk for an Hour podcast. You're home for the truth.
Now, I'm going to touch on all these topics that you just ran through real
Talk
quick.
about topics. We're doing great. What's one you're working on now?
What's that?
Which one are you working on now?
What?
Which topic?
Oh, the REM thing. It's not REM. That's not what they wanted to do. It's not after REM sleep.
Then what would it be after?
Mm-hmm.
Who could it be?
They don't explain it.
Oh, just like Michael Stipe's sexuality.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spot. They just had him on CBS Sunday Morning. I don't know if you guys got up and watched.
Man.
Yeah. But they were talking about...
Reunion tour.
Right, and they were saying, no, that's a no-go. And then what they did was, they said in the interview, we would never do that. Every band member agreed, no, it's over. We're never going to get back together. And then they played at, like, surprise. They did one song at, like, the Hall of Fame or some kind of...
Was it their song?
Artists
If you believe
award.
they put a man on the moon.
They didn't do that one.
Oh.
I think they did.
Shiny, happy people holding hands.
That was the one I sang.
Do, 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 do. People. So tell me all about that Edward Batman thing.
Oh yeah, so I did watch it, and they played a song the whole time in the soundtrack. And I can't remember. It's like a really sad.
People
really funny.
crying. People dying.
Just keep singing REM till I get on that one.
Okay, how about night swimming? I love to night swim. What other song did REM do?
I'm looking up Edward Cullen Batman because that makes sense to me.
I got my orange crush. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
How about I am Superman, and I can do anything. You're
doing good. Got any more hits?
How about? Oh man. You got any other hits? The Man on the Moon. I already did that one though. If you believe.
I'm almost there. Keep going.
Robert Patterson was Batman. Could you believe a werewolf? Wait. Can you believe a vampire could be a bat? Wait a minute. This is why he got picked? Because he's a vampire?
I didn't put that
Vampires
together.
are bats. Bats become men. Batman.
Now that you say that, I think that's exactly...
Hello, I'm Edward Patterson, and I would like to play American Bruce Wayne in this latest movie. I'm a rich millionaire whose parents were savagely killed in an alley.
Now, I never saw it because I
Who are you?
have 3 kids. But what's your excuse for not seeing this The Batman movie?
I'm an adult male. Something
That reminds me of something else.
So they played Nirvana the whole movie?
Something in the Way is played throughout the whole movie.
What's in the way, Bruce Wayne?
I don't know. He's just like a
All the bad guys?
He's like a sad Batman.
The penguin's in the way.
It's always raining.
Mr. Freeze is in the way.
You know what I mean?
Well, they're Batman.
He like does stuff.
Poison Ivy's in the way.
And he's Batman, and then he like, beats up bad guys, and then they just hit the music. That's all I took from it, and I fell asleep a bunch.
Who was the bad guy?
I don't know.
Scarecrow or something?
Oh, who was the villain?
Yeah. Jim Carrey, the Riddler.
I think they brought back Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mr. Freeze. Hasta la vista. Box office.
This is it. And then I just kind of fall asleep.
Whoa. Is this... Go back to what you were on. Is that Spotify? And is that the grown boy in Nevermind? He won the lawsuit?
This guy looks like he got a nose ring now.
So the kid that was on that Nevermind who was naked in the pool, he was like, hey...
That looks like Kurt Cobain.
Guys, that was me, and I didn't give you permission to do that. So like now when you see the album on Spotify, it's the grown kid.
I think you're making this shit up.
Who is it? It's not anybody in the band, Adam.
It's Kurt, dude.
No way.
Yes, something in the way.
I think that's the grown baby.
That's that grown baby.
That's that grown baby.
What was that baby doing anyway? Drowning?
This baby's in the way. Well, this is sad, and I really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of why Batman's so sad. He said it rains a lot in Gotham?
Of course.
Maybe the low pressure system's in the way.
I'm going to tell you who the villain is real quick while I'm at it. It's only 2 hours and 56 minutes long.
Holy bucket.
Now you know why I was snoozing.
You saw this movie in the movie theater?
Hell no.
Oh.
I watched it right upstairs.
Well, you do have a pretty comfy couch.
I was saying.
Fart.
Here we go. We got Batman.
It was
Lieutenant Gordon. The Riddler is the guy, and it's this guy. You know him?
What's his name?
Paul Dano.
Click on him.
You've seen him before.
Hello, I'm Paul Dano. I play
a kid toucher in that one movie. Oh, jeez.
Let me see him.
What do you know him for? There Will Be Blood. Oh, yeah. Little Miss Sunshine. He's the teenage kid in Little Miss Sunshine. Remember? I don't expect you know any of these really good movies.
Critically acclaimed indie flicks.
These films.
Film man.
He's in Spaceman. Did you know that?
Spaceman?
Oh, he's the voice.
Spaceman?
Just let me jump to one more topic
Jam.
here. Spaceman is the Adam Sandler movie.
Oh.
With the big space spider.
Is it out? I guess I'm under...
Guys, if you just woke up, Ted just woke up from a coma.
I guess so. I guess I'm just out of the loop. I'm just on summer mode, man.
He's in Swiss Army Man.
Never heard of it.
Oof.
Is that an animated movie?
No!
Anyway.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. He's a great actor. Paul Dano. Does he play a robot in that Adam Sandler movie?
He plays that big giant space spider, I think.
Hello, I'm a giant space spider.
That's how he sounds. I just watched a trailer this morning. I haven't watched that yet, but I'm gonna.
Oh, because it's not out. So I'm not that far back.
It's out. It's on Netflix.
Adam Sandler owns Netflix. The new Happy Gilmore movie is going to be on Netflix.
Are they doing that?
It's happening. It's a go.
Really?
Our friend Travis Kelce is trying to get his hat in the ring.
What are they going to call it?
Huh?
Happy Gilmore 2?
Happy Gilmore 2. The senior circuit.
Did you just come up with that?
I got to make a phone call. Hey, Sandman. It's the Ted Man. I got an idea for you. If they're not on the senior circuit, it should be on the senior circuit. Don't you think?
Hell no.
Yeah. Adam, we're in the midst of fall. Cut. Get it in post. We'll clip that.
Cut my life into
we
pieces.
Just started summer. The equinox happened. We stood our eggs on its end. And I finally got into the summer activities, and we went out to the pool.
We did.
If you're watching on the YouTube, you can just see us just beaming right now with all the vitamin D we got.
We got some D, and
Easy, Adam. You might want to rephrase that.
you're right. I got some sun.
Good.
And it feels like I'm burnt, but you probably can't notice yet. It's one of those where it sets in. Like tomorrow, I'll be a lobster.
Sure.
I'm going to be the color of your tank top.
That's
there,
why I wore
Ted.
it. What happens also is your skin gets really dry.
Tank top, Ted.
Tank top, Ted.
Tank top, Ted.
It was a great time. It was my first pool experience of the summer. And it was at your neighborhood pool, which is a great feature of the home.
It sure is.
It's just a couple houses down, and it's just a walk away. And
Before you get all uppity at me, go ahead and describe how big this pool is.
well, it's 12 by 12. No, I don't know. It's
And
not
it's
very
4
big.
foot deep.
It goes to 5.
It's a splash, and it serves a community of
Hundreds.
several.
Well, I drove by when I first came over, and I only saw 2 cars, and there was a lot of excitement at the home here, because we were getting ready to go, and you want to know how many folks you're going to be splashing around at the pool.
How many people are at the pool?
We didn't see any roaches, but we did see a couple of papas.
There were several papas at their dad bods and their father figures there.
My baby, George Michael came in. I will be your father figure. Put your teddy hand in mine. We'll jump in the pool together. It's not that scary, son.
Till the end of time.
We saw the whole gamut of the array of ages and personalities.
It's a little microcosm, isn't it? The
It
pool.
is. You had a grandma, grandpa with a grandchild.
All
Taking
walks of
turns,
life are
taking turns
represented.
flipping
Yeah.
the coin in the pool so the girl can go in there and
The
seek it out.
granddaughter, probably. Yeah.
Sure. Then you had the.
So we call those the olds or seniors. Go ahead.
Then there was a group of
Young co-eds.
Young-
is what I would call them.
adults, maybe fresh out of college.
Probably fresh out of college.
A lot of MU talk. And it's funny how Adam, not only, I was taking in some eavesdropping and listening, because everybody's talking at a very high, it's a small pool.
I've heard of quite a few things.
And it's funny how you've taught your kids how to, I guess.
Eavesdrop?
Well, yeah.
Sure.
They were picking up on stuff these kids
Sometimes
were
I
saying
send them
too.
out. Go hear what they're saying.
Sure.
Yeah.
Kind of connect the pieces when, we get home. We start revealing what you hear them talk
Exactly. And I make it a point, I've yelled at them before, don't talk about them in front of them. Let's wait till we get in the car. Then you can tell me everything they said.
about. Exactly.
I'll ask for a report.
Well, it was an interesting grouping. It was 3 gentlemen and 2 females.
Hubba hubba.
And it looked like there was a couple, one male and then one of the females were attached, and that was obvious. But then it felt like there was a single, one of the other girl was up for grabs. And there might have been, I was already creating this backstory where there's two could be suitors for this young lady.
Okay.
And the girl that was already coupled up, right?
Sure.
She's trying to get the conversations going so this girl can get the information from the guys to see which
trying
one
to keep
she's
the
going
conversation
to.
flowing.
And they keep going back and they got their little chairs, that they're spotted in the pool there. They keep going back there. They're drinking these
I saw that.
Hawaiian punch,
punches. They must have had alcohol on them.
had to have alcohol in them.
They wouldn't have been able to loosen up their lips for these deep conversations they were having.
Right.
Without any.
There was talk, okay, everybody, weird question. Who's everybody's celebrity crush?
Yeah.
And
And never have I ever.
never have I ever. And I heard, I think they're all like law students.
That's what you gathered from their conversation?
A lot of talk about when I get a court case, I'm going to save that to I get my first court case. And, well, maybe they're just all felons.
No, they were definitely pre-law.
Pre-law. What's pre-law?
I don't know. I mean,
It sounds right.
they were young.
Pre-med, pre-law.
Public defenders or something.
Right. They're earning their stripes. They're like interns or something.
The reason I thought they were young is because they were on, the pool's not that big, okay? But they were on the opposite side, the opposite corner, and I could hear everything one gal was saying because she was like trying to shout over the group. She's like,
shout it out.
I was pre-gaming. I was, no one was listening. So she just kept saying it louder. I was pre-gaming. I was pre-gaming because I didn't want to spend money at the bars.
I didn't want to go down to Booches and spend too much money.
I didn't want to blow my load at Booches. So I had like 5 wine coolers at the house before we went to bars.
We went to bars, and then they were like, maybe we can have a dance party tonight. I heard that too.
She said
oh
that?
Oh my God, what is happening?
Where do they live? I want to see your pool pass. We're trying to cut down on.
Oh, I did see one of the older
here.
gentlemen go up to his an older woman, like maybe his mom, who was kind of like checking in with her, like.
Oh yeah, I did see
Okay,
that.
mommy, I'll be back home. Leave the pool key here.
Oh, I did see that. That's weird. They're like grown people.
Remington, come here, son.
Yeah. Well, me and Chandler were gonna stay for a little bit longer.
Are you finding your future wife over there,
Yeah.
Remington?
How's it going over there? I'd love some grandbabies.
Mom, keep it down.
Shh, Mom.
I'm about to close the deal. About to shore the Riz.
But we are gonna need some more Hawaiian punches.
Oh, right away.
I'll bring those post haste.
Oh my gosh. So you got that group. They're in the corner.
They're the youngs. The
then
young
you got a couple
professionals.
of young children, families coming in.
Unattended? No, they.
Well, there was like one dad that was kind of like, "Hey, your feet are hot. Just jump in the pool."
Yeah, everybody saw that. Did you see the Karens in the corner? They were like, "Her feet are
Okay, keep going.
her feet are burning."
Yeah.
And the dad knew, this kid's crying. He's like, "Get in the pool."
Yeah, and he's not like freaking out or like,
No.
he's like dealing with the other daughter who's a little bit older, but like a little, like yeah, duh, go into the pool.
That's the dad logic versus the mom brain. All those moms in the corner like, "Her feet are burning."
Yeah, you heard all the like
And then
grandmother
she
types.
wouldn't
like,
just say
oh
it
my
to
gosh,
the guy. Yeah, she's like, "I'm just thinking about Darcy's feet, and we had him wrapped in bandages for weeks."
Right. It wasn't that high.
It wasn't that bad, but he's right. Get in the pool, kid. Hurry up, or don't.
I kind of like.
put your flip flops back on, or
It
something.
was a nice. There's a fine line between like raising your. Here I am talking like I've raised kids, but like like treating them like natural consequence, or not babying them too much or whatever.
That's how they learn.
And then or just like being just not caring, like yeah whatever. I mean, he was like being. He wasn't like on his phone or like not watching his kids at all. It was just funny how he just nonchalant. I mean, not making a big deal out of everything.
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe the first kid, the second kid, he's been there, done that.
Right. He was kind of letting it
Just
happen.
get in the pool.
He was watching. He knew, but he was still kind of letting it happen.
Right.
Right.
And it was funny because at one point he got out of the pool with the younger kid, and so the older daughter, but still was young, probably like 4 or
Still needed
5.
floaties, didn't she?
Right. She was still in the pool, and you can hear them having a conversation like, "Well, you're being a little grumpy right now, so it's not gonna be fun if you're bossing me around or something like." And then like she was kind of thinking about it, and then you hear like, "Will you please get into the pool?"
Yeah. I did hear him threaten, like, "Well, then we can go home."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh."
And then like, "We're waiting for some more friends to come. Man, we were just creepers. We didn't talk at all. We were just listening to everybody else's conversations.
No, we watched it all, yeah.
And then there was another woman that I felt like she was like the head of the HOA. The way she was in the corner, she had the speaker. She had a routine. She got up many times to change position.
She represents the red states.
At one point, she left the swim area to go have a smoke at her Jeep.
Yes, she's very tan woman.
She was out there a while.
She was there when we got there. She was there when we left.
Yeah.
And she got her bucket. She provides the tunes, which is great
for her.
It's a lot. It's a lot of
Kid Rock.
Summer all night long.
All night summer long.
Yeah. Because she's
if you vote blue, get the hell out of here.
That's the vibe. You got it, didn't you? You didn't know, but you knew.
Well, I did notice some children that were coming towards the pool later in the day.
Mm-hmm. It's a very diverse neighborhood, which I love.
Well, as soon as some diversity came into the pool, she got her things and started heading out.
She didn't like it.
She didn't like it one bit.
I know for a fact. I've seen that lady in the neighborhood, and inside her garage, she's got a flag
she's a historian.
Yeah, she's
That's
a big
great.
fan of history and the way it used to be. Yeah,
in the good old days.
But that's why the pool is a little snapshot of the country, and she's got to get along with everybody if she wants to be at the pool.
Oh yeah.
And I think she's boozing over there, but she's
about
it.
And she gets in like she's reading a book. Come on.
I don't know how fried
she's got the speaker
and not.
She's got the speaker right in front of her.
Yeah.
Got all these kids yelling and screaming.
Yeah. I've seen her before look at the kids because, my kids just go to town. They start splashing and shit. And I'll tell them, hey, don't splash anybody. But at the same time,
you're at a pool.
You're at a pool and it's this big. And if you're around it, you're going to get wet. You're at the pool.
You're at the pool.
So I'm like, hey, watch out for this old broad over here. She looks pissed.
But then another couple came in. A couple young family with two kids. One was the same age-ish as the other. They knew each other. The other couple, the dad with the two girls.
Now, strangely enough, that is the head of the neighborhood.
The guy who came in?
Yeah.
Oh.
He for some reason, he loves to be in charge of everything.
Seems like one of those guys.
Like the guy who was class president.
He had a different parenting technique. And
that's why his kids melted down, dude. You saw it.
Well,
what do you mean? What was his technique?
The kid, like, somewhere along the way, the kids were playing and they dunked each other.
Oh yeah,
and then
the other kid.
Well, first of all, let's start from the entrance.
His son.
The entrance comes in. The entrance of this family. The kid comes in first in his little micro car Mustang
with
Cooper on the back. Cooper comes in.
Yeah.
He's driving and he hits the curb coming in.
Yeah.
Then his dad's like, back up. And so then this little kid's like backing up, like real driving, like turning around and like doing. I'm like, whoa, I'm better than I am. So then they're wheelbarrowing in a huge, red wagon.
Yes. All their shit. Right?
All their shit. You want goggles? Coop, you want goggles? You want the inflatable? You want the green thing? What do you want? Coop. So then they get in the pool finally, and they're playing, and they dunk each other. Coop gets mad and swims over by us. Like, I was, like, hanging out in the deep end.
Except it was the other guy's kid, right? It was the girl from the other guy.
Who dunked
the kid, right? Or no?
I think so.
Okay.
But I think he might have dunked back.
It wasn't a sibling dunking is my point.
Oh, right. It was two different kids.
Okay.
So here I am, like, sitting in the corner. Are we going to get the slat part 2? Like, You remember that show?
We're going to see some good shit here.
Yeah.
HOA. Good. Where we got?
Get after it.
Put your stuff back down. We might stay for a bit.
So Coop has a little moment to himself and floats over in the corner of the pool by me, and I'm like, oh God, kid, get away from me! Don't be snotting on me. But Dad comes over and like, hey, sometimes friends do that. They make each other mad, but they just forget about it and they just play.
Oh, I miss
You
that.
and Craig have bad times. You punched and bite him, and you guys are still friends. I don't bite Craig.
That kid bites?
Yeah, you do.
I'd have jumped up and slapped him if I heard that.
Oh, that was great.
If I heard that Cooper was biting people, I'd have jumped out into his little Power Wheels and drove off.
Yeah.
This is what we do when people will bite, Cooper.
You bite? No ride.
Those are the little plastic wheels peeling out. See you later.
See you later, Cooper. Oh, but by the end of the day, he was laughing and back at it. So after his little tantrum, he went and was trying to swim up on his dad with his back to him. And he was like, Dad turned around at the last minute like, oh, hey, Coop's back. Cooper's back. And then Coop got mad. He was like, oh, Cooper, you wanted to scare me? So then he turns back around and...
I've seen this play out before.
Ah, Cooper, there's a monster on me. Dad's getting attacked.
That's why that kid acts like that. That's all I'm saying.
Because his dad's the HOA.
Just let him be. Quit talking to him so much. Quit giving him all that shit. Just let him be a kid over there. You got some sun.
I got sun, man.
Ooh, it's happening right before our eyes.
It is, man. I'm getting red. That's why you got to get on the YouTube and subscribe, because you can literally watch Ted get red.
Ted getting red.
It's red, more red by the moment.
Red Ted dead.
And if
redemption.
that doesn't get you views, if that doesn't get you clicks, Adam, I don't know what will.
I don't know what will.
I don't know what will, but that was fun. Getting out and doing some summertime activities.
There ain't no cure for the summertime blues.
Oh, man. Tell me about it. Now you told me that the summer just started and we can't even get into the dog days.
Dog days are like in August, don't you think?
Yeah, I know, but it's hot.
Other possible names for REM were Cans of Piss, Negro Eyes, Twisted Kites. What is going on? Are they?
They're from the South.
Oh, yeah, they're from Georgia. The band settled on REM, which Stipe selected at random from a dictionary.
What?
REM is well known as an abbreviation for rapid eye movement, the dream stage of sleep. However, sleep researcher Raphael Puleo reports that when his colleague William Dement, why do they throw all these names in here? The sleep scientist who coined the term REM reached out to the band. Dement was told that the band was not named after REM sleep. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I guess.
That was just a dream. Just a dream.
Try, cry, fly.
I better play some, just so I can get into that.
What you should be playing is someone that might have the summertime blues right now. Is pop star sensation Justin Timberlake.
Wah, wah.
He might be losing his reputation.
Yes. What happened to him?
Well, Adam, Johnny Law got behind him while he was driving while impaired in the Hamptons.
Was he driving in the rain?
He was driving on the wrong side of the road, I thought. Did you hear about this?
No.
Yeah, huh?
I thought he was just, trying to do a couple dance moves in his car.
Yeah, you seen all the memes where like, hey, Justin, the police officer, could you please get out of the car and walk a straight line? And he gets out and he does all those dance moves. He's doing all the doot.
It's really funny how many people love this guy, and then once this happened to him, just out of the woodwork to make fun of this guy.
Well, it's just a bad situation from the get-go. He got pulled over by someone too young to even know who he was.
Oh, that's brutal.
So he was apparently pulled over and on a street where he was drinking at, I guess, where his friends were coming out trying to plead with the police officer. Come on, don't do this.
Do you know who that is?
He's got a world tour to get ready for.
He sings real good.
He's got a world tour that's not selling at all. Please don't do this. Don't do anything to ruin this.
Show him, Justin. Sing for him.
What's your favorite song? And he's like, I love some of, I can't even name current artists that.
Justin's like, I can't sing without the snapping and the beat behind it.
Hit me with a beat, Timberlake. Justin's nothing without Timberlake.
That's right.
You already know. Well, it's really sad. So that is the rumor, Adam, that maybe he, apparently he had a big planned world tour in the works, and the sales weren't going so hot. So either he was really down and wanted to get into his, feelings with the booze.
So he was drunk because of that,
or he wanted to have something to have an excuse to cancel that whole tour.
Oh.
Save him some dough.
I just think it's funny because, first off, when you get pulled over like this and you report it, it's suspicion of DUI, right? Because they didn't prove that he was drunk.
Oh, right, because he didn't blow.
He didn't blow, okay? So then you see all these reports and like, he had Molly and sarsaparilla and uppers and downers and all of this in his system. It's like, you don't know that. He didn't take a test. You have no idea. And so then he's not even charged yet. He hadn't gone to court. So what happens is he'll get off, whatever. He'll have a fine. But everybody has already said he's guilty, and matter of fact, he needs to go to rehab. It's like, what? He could have just said no to a breathalyzer.
Right. Well, yeah, but
not to say I know what happened, but you see what I'm saying?
Still touring.
Yeah, he's probably doing a show right now.
Hey, everybody.
He probably came out first off and said, "Whoopsie."
He said something like,
"Honey made a boo-boo.
It's been a tough week."
And everybody cheered.
But you're here, and I'm here,
yeah.
And nothing can change this moment right now.
That's right.
I know sometimes I'm hard to love.
2, 3, 4.
But you keep on loving me, and I'll love you right back.
That's why I'm such a bad boy.
Cry me a river. Sorry, the police won't let me finish my world tour.
He's not in jail.
Sounds like the police are going to only let me perform at smaller venues.
With higher ticket prices.
Only at Hy-Vee arenas and Costco event centers. I will be performing across the nation.
He didn't come here, did he? Or he's not going to?
I don't know. Probably going to St. Louis.
Oh, I heard the news say
he's going to be at Enterprise Arena.
I think he's supposed to come later this year.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if he has his suit and tie ready for his court date.
Well,
Are you ready for your court date?
He'll probably be sentenced to death the way we're talking about it.
Look at his mugshot.
I don't want to.
Look at his eyes. They're popping. It's a handsome 43-year-old male.
He's 43?
Every bit of it. That's my favorite part of that song.
That's his song?
Cry me a river.
I love that part.
Cry me a river.
That's Timberlake again,
Oh!
That's right.
You're arresting me? Oh! You gotta be kidding me. What else has happened in the news? Adam, I forgot. Can I tell you about my dreams?
No.
We didn't plan this in the show notes, but Adam, I had a dream last night.
It's okay, I'll add him.
I had a dream last night that famous Fox 4 weather personality Carly Ritter, big fan of Ted and Adam, prior to the podcast at a Royals game. Everybody knows, all the TNAers know that we entertained Carly and her family, whatever, was at the Royals game many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only easy to make that jump
Mm-hmm.
to think that she's a TNA herself.
Absolutely.
So in my dream, we were getting show notes. We were getting our fan mail.
Yeah.
And one came with a Fox 4 card envelope.
On a Fox 4
And
stationery?
it was like wrote on Carly, Carly Ritter wrote it out.
From the desk of Carly Ritter?
Yeah, and she made it like kind of bedazzled, kind of like, kind of made it her own, showing off her personality and showing how much she loves the show.
Her flair.
I was freaking out. And it was so real. Then, Adam, while watching Fox 4, I think I was watching it, and then Wheel of Fortune came on.
Yeah.
And Wheel of Fortune now they had a whole different setup with Ryan Seacrest on there.
They've showed him already?
This is my dream.
Oh, my bad.
Man, I got you good, man.
We're still in dreamland.
Dreams
All right.
can come true. Dude, I was, they're like, it's the all-new Wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was sitting down like it was like the $25,000 pyramid. Like
You're
and a
sitting?
couple.
That's odd.
And they were they had puzzles still, but they would it was kind of like that one show when Boggle, you would pick a letter, and
Boggle, yeah. Not Lingo, you sure?
or maybe like Lingo.
They brought Lingo back, and it's hosted by RuPaul.
Stop.
Yeah, and I think it's
It's
on
on that-
ABC.
Oh right.
Was-
Fizzle.
We watched it last night.
Fizzle.
Fizzle, I thought, was with Press Your Luck,
No, I think
which they also brought back.
because like Grandma, they would put the letter in and it would go
Oh,
Fizzle.
maybe there was Boggle.
I believe Lingo was with Chuck Woolery back in the day, but that felt like it was like a reboot too. Anyway, that's my dream, and if Ryan Seacrest were to ever change the wheel that bad like that,
So did you wake up like having to take a huge?
I was in a
piss?
sweat, like, oh my gosh, Carly Ritter loves this show. Oh my gosh.
Why were you anxious about it? You weren't happy?
Well, I was only mad about the Ryan Seacrest, changing of the wheel. I'm worried about you, man.
Oh yeah. Well, you should be. Because I'm.
Ryan Seacrest's
waiting
like,
for that.
it was kind of hard the way Pat Sajak did it, so I'm going to do it my way and change everything. You ready for that? I only know half the alphabet.
I'm shaking my head no.
Hey, everybody, I don't know what vowels are, so we're going to get rid of them on the show. That's in my contract. I'm Ryan Seacrest, America's favorite host. Get out of here, Seacrest. Why don't you just let Steve Harvey host it?
You think?
He hosts everything else. Oh, yeah. Adam, do you want to do this transition or
Well, we don't have to do it now. I was just gonna.
get it all set up?
Yeah.
We did have another loss in the Hollywood community. Kiefer Sutherland's father, Donald, passed away.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because I just
Donald
like
Sutherland.
saying Kiefer.
Well, you could say his son Keith.
What is your favorite Donald Sutherland role?
I think you already know,
In
and I don't think a lot of people will know.
Beer.
Huh?
He was in the
He was
Broken
in Beer
Lid-
Fest. That's funny. He's Pop.
I remember. The people on the line were like, "This is low key Donald Sutherland's best performance." And he was like a little German guy. And he's like pounded beers. That's great. But what is yours really? Toy Soldiers? No, is he in
No.
that? He's not in that.
Without Limits.
Oh my
As
gosh!
Bill Bowerman.
How embarrassing! He was so good in that role. I just felt
Great
like it was
movie.
him.
Yeah, I just assumed it was the real guy.
Him and Steve, played
Steve
by
Prefontaine.
Billy Crudup.
If you haven't seen Without Limits, the Steve Prefontaine story,
If you're training for any 5K or 10K or 2 mile,
or you just run on a treadmill at Planet Fitness, you should check out this movie.
you should check out this movie. It's great.
And it's got some
It's fun.
history about Nike and
Nike. God,
You know.
Billy Crudup looks great. But don't watch that other knockoff movie about Steve Prefontaine.
yeah, which is
The
called
Disney movie called
Pre or
Prefontaine.
something.
Yeah. It's dumb.
Without Limits is the one you want to watch.
Yeah, if you're looking for movies about famous distance runner Steve Prefontaine that was taken way too early in our lives.
You should definitely seek out this movie and watch it. Do you remember that scene where he's like, "No member of the Oregon track team will have hair longer than their dick."
Yeah.
And then
Which means...
and then Steve's like, "Well, how come Bill doesn't have to trim his hair?" And everybody's like laughing. He's like, "God's will, Steve."
Do you think Bill in the movie was like a real guy? Like that was like an antidote that was really put in the movie?
I hope so.
He's like...
I'd like to think so.
I think he directed the movie and like, you gotta put that in there.
Do you think they had his consent to say all that?
Remember to talk about my large penis from the movie, from the team meeting. Remember about that, Steve?
Running might say... Oh, shit. You go, and then I'll come back to it. Running, one might say, is basically an absurd pastime upon which to be exhausting ourselves. But if you can find meaning in the kind of running you have to do to stay on this team, chances are you'll be able to find meaning in another absurd pastime. Life.
Wow. I think that's how the movie starts.
It's a good one. And I used to have it on VHS.
Donald Sutherland.
If anybody wanted to come over and watch it, bring a VCR.
VHS.
Hmm?
What's VHS stand for?
Fuck, man, I don't know.
Because VCR is video camera recording.
Video home system, duh.
Video home system. Okay. Glad we're
VHS cassette.
I have so many tapes. I got Me, Myself, and Irene on tape.
You do?
I got... yeah.
Caroline hadn't seen it. If you want to let me borrow that.
You got a VCR ready to go.
No.
You want me to take it to Walmart and have it... They probably won't even do that.
You can buy them? Can you still buy VCRs?
No, I'm saying like you get it transferred over to a DVD. Can I take a video from New Line Cinema up to Walmart and be like, could you go ahead and transfer this to a DVD for me? Thank you. Like, why don't you just buy the DVD?
Can I get a clean
At that
swap?
point. Yeah. Me, Myself, and Irene, maybe they don't even have the DVD because it's kind of a risque movie. Remember, like, his adopted sons are all African American, yeah. And he's just like...
Uh-huh.
It's pretty naughty. I don't think it would fly these days.
There's a scene where he's yelling at him. They're like grown men, and he's getting ready to go to work, and he yells at everybody, and then he says, "Okay, kisses." Yeah. And they said that scene was all improvised. Did you know that?
And they all
kissed him.
They all did it.
Bye, Daddy.
It's a classic.
Oh, it's good.
I don't know how he didn't win the Oscar for that.
What now?
Jim Carrey.
The Oscar for Me, Myself, and Irene?
Yeah, he's playing two different characters.
It was a raunchy...
rom-com.
It wasn't wrong. Well, kind of.
Renee Zellweger.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's playing the mean guy. Right? Oh.
Let me know what we got, because I want to spur you on a couple of topics. I got you. Okay.
Well, let's hit the hot topics. It's the heat of the summer. We're getting into T-Day hot topics.
There's something that happens every summer that's hot.
Okay.
It's a hot dog eating competition.
Oh, my gosh. That's right. It's coming up.
I knew you had a lot to say, so
hot dog.
Take it away, hot dog loving Tad.
Well, the hot dog, the competitive eating community has really been dominated by two figures. Kobayashi,
yes,
who loves pounding hot dogs down his gullet, and Joey Chestnut.
Joey, yeah.
They battled. Kobayashi would dominate the Nathan's hot dog eating contest held every July 4th. And then Joey Chestnut came and finally overtook Kobayashi. Now, Kobayashi has some... The poor guy never can get hungry at him. He's been such a competitive eater.
Now, you told me that. Please explain just in a little more detail what that means.
Eating is his job. So, like, he just eats whenever with it.
He's training.
He's had stomach issues. His passion is eating.
He doesn't have an appetite.
He just doesn't.
He never gets hungry.
Let's look it up. Kobayashi can't get hungry
because he's been pounding so many dogs.
Anyway, he hasn't been competing. I think he got thrown out of the.
Pounding wieners would make me lose my appetite too.
I think
he said I wasn't gonna make one hot dog joke.
He quit.
Get real.
So anyway, now Joey Chestnut has kind of the last few years has dominated the Nathan without Kobayashi there,
Yeah.
And so it just was announced earlier this year, a couple, not too long ago, that Joey Chestnut has now been banned from this year's hot dog eating contest at Coney Island.
What?
Because he is now sponsored and does a partnership with Beyond Food.
Fake meat.
Yeah, he's doing Beyond Hot Dogs, and it's no longer with Nathan's.
That's crazy.
So Nathan's Hot Dog says you cannot be in the Nathan's Hot Dog eating contest. I think this is all for pub.
Yeah, we were talking about it. I mean, it's really drumming up.
Yeah, if we're talking about TNA Talk for an Age, it's going to be hot topics, hot summer topics, hot dog topics.
It's usually where it goes first.
Right.
We put it out there, and then it spreads like wildfire.
So, as of right now, but without Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut, who's going to watch a hot dog eating contest?
Not me. That sucks.
It's going to blow chunks.
Those are the only guys that I'd watch.
Right.
Do you remember they used to have, or they did an episode of that, MTV, remember? Like Real Life?
Yes.
I'm a competitive eater.
Yeah. And they had everybody like doing face paint and going and eating. And
yeah.
I eat ramen. I have a ramen eating contest. I eat boiled eggs.
I go to the buffet. I eat a bunch of food. Yeah. Stretch my tum-tum.
It's insane. Could you imagine?
If you were in a hot dog eating competition, would you, like, what, they separate the meat from the bun, and they'll put the bun in the water, and they just try to eat as much as they can.
So gnarly. And like at the end of the contest, they have just like wet bun all over their face.
Or would you just like savor, just eat it like normal? Could I have the mustard, please?
Probably.
It's like, okay, time's up. How many did you get, Ted? And you're like, 12.
Yeah. Nathan's Hot Dogs?
I didn't win, but I am satisfied.
I am satisfied. I'm happy with my effort. I'd be down.
That's so gross.
So here's the other factor of this, Adam. Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut are scheduled to do a head-to-head, one-on-one battle on Netflix in the fall.
Oh, it's already set up?
So maybe they're even resting their tummies for that.
They're probably just trying to ditch Nathan's. Why do they need them? They could just be guys who eat a whole bunch of food on Netflix. Who cares?
I think that's what the show's called.
Guys who eat a whole bunch of stuff.
Netflix, hot dog eating.
Interesting. So that's coming right up. You gonna watch?
It depends on who they get.
Maybe there's some young people who are trying to take over the.
Every time I need
to make a mistake live on the pod.
This is going to be the trailer of the show. Ready? Get ready.
When they
Okay. Okay.
Start with a little, this is kind of a follow-up to yesterday's break. Joey Chestnut.
Look.
Exactly. Earlier this week was announced that the man known for taking home...
This guy's still alive.
Carson Daly is making a...
would not be participating this year.
He had 76 hot dogs last year.
76? How long do they give him?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
62.
That's all they get is 10 minutes?
There it is. Unfinished beef. Get it, Adam? I thought it was going to be a trailer. I'm sorry, guys. I'm
beef
sorry,
hot
TNA
dog.
Nation.
Yeah.
I hope
And
the TNA
you subjected him to Carson Daly.
Hey, I'm Carson Daly, and this is Total Request Hot Dogs.
I didn't know he was still on.
He's on the Today Show, man. He's
Oh, I don't watch the Today Show.
Our Dick Clark of our generation's Dick Clark.
Really? Okay.
Ryan
A lot of people-
Seacrest.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Wait, no. Ryan Seacrest has a lot to learn from Carson Daly. That's all I got to say.
Why is that?
Carson Daly came first.
He
Carson
did?
Daly dated Jennifer Love Hewitt. What's Ryan Seacrest done?
Well,
Probably dated
I
Jennifer
didn't
Love
think he
Hewitt
was
too.
before Ryan
Did Jennifer
Seacrest.
Love Hewitt go out with Ryan Seacrest too? That'd be funny.
Oh, I don't think that's funny at all. Sad, really. Kobayashi is 46 years old, and he's 5'8". Just a couple of side notes there.
Well, I just brought up Jennifer Love Hewitt because of her role on 911.
Don't tease me about 911. I take it very serious.
She's on the show.
I'm aware. But don't spoil this for me, because I'm only on, like, season 2 of 94.
Right. Season 2 of 94. Well, shoot.
Oh, you know what? I got another topic for you. I know we got time. Don't
We got plenty of
quit
time.
tripping. You were excited, besides this hot dog eating competition, which is like number 1 to you. But this week there's going to be a presidential debate that was kind of, hitting your
I'm
radar.
just like we talked about earlier on, maybe last week, live entertainment, anything can happen. And especially with older people in live situations, talking about the future of our country.
Got it.
One being 81 years old, one being 78 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a lot of great fun.
Each party's best candidate, obviously.
Sure.
I mean, the
Top notch.
cream of the crop.
Going head to head.
Going, staring each other down, arguing like old guys.
Talking
Can't
about
wait.
who's more senile than the other.
Ooh,
No, you wander off more than you. And then
You
I do.
forgot more. I never fall down the stairs except for that one time.
Yeah.
Those are the top reasons for votes.
Who's going to be?
Who can keep their feet?
Keep your feet. Who walks up to the podium without falling down or wandering off?
Who can show the best dance moves?
Who will have the best suit and tie?
What network's going to do this one? Is it
CNN, I think.
Oh, great.
The Clinton News Network.
I thought it was going to be like, something even worse, and they'd be like, okay, quick question. Who's got the best dance moves? And then they have to kind of...
Well, kind of like when MTV back in the day, Rock the Vote, and they had Bill Clinton on there, and I did not inhale.
Remember when he did Arsenio and he played the saxophone?
Yeah, what do these old guys do?
And everybody's like, we're going to vote for him.
Hey, watch me. I'm like the young people. I like eating ice cream too.
I'd like to have a beer with Bill Clinton and his saxophone.
It has to be before 7 p.m. though. If I have a beer after 7, I'll be up all night pissing. Right?
Yeah, I just sleep for 2 hours at a time, though.
Well, a lot of the TNAers only sleep for 1 hour at a time listening to our program.
Is it time to wake up yet?
I don't know. Maybe they have another TNA so that they can
Put on
go
repeat?
back to.
That would be nice.
Well, let's just get them back down to bed.
Okay, let's bring it down a little bit.
Okay, if you have this on repeat and you're going to replay it right from the start again, go ahead and roll over to your favorite side that you like to sleep.
Maybe it's on... Well, don't roll on your right side. That's going to cause you to let out some whiffles.
Oh, yeah. The left side's the best side.
Yeah, left
Oh,
side.
Left side.
I guess it depends if there's someone else in bed with you.
Yeah, aim your booty away from your partner.
There he goes.
There you go.
Hey,
That's all you need to know.
sometimes I just put on a timer, let it turn off. So hopefully they're sleeping gently, and they just kind of we brought them into a deep slumber, We're on the downside of that cycle.
And then, that's nice. Whenever we're doing like a sleep meditation, they're like, okay, and then like, good night, it closes out, and then like, advertisement comes on.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? That's not going to do it. But that's going to do it for us.
Are you tired of your hose kinking and crimping? I couldn't think of a product.
Yeah, right.
There's got to be a better way.
There's got to be a better way. But until next week, folks, we'll talk to you then. This is Ted.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Ted and Adam Talk for an Hour.
Wait, you're Ted and Adam Talk for an Hour?
And this is this was the Ted and Adam Talk for an Hour program. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.